They've left everything behind, and now they have decided this is it. And yet I can't help but think, as we all do once in a while, we question, did we make the right choice? So they go to the wedding feast as they're following Jesus, and they watch him change water to wine. They go, yeah, we got the right guy. We picked the right man. We didn't walk away from nothing. We're following God's chosen person. And they go into the temple and they're looking around. Of course, it's much more ornate than this building here. And there's gold and there's color and there's all this, and they're walking in. I'm just envisioning that as they're going in, they're thinking, boy, Jesus is going to be in charge of all this, and we're going to be right alongside him. And the next thing, they hear of the sound of tables being overturned and coins flying every direction and sheep and cattle going every which way. As John tells the story about Jesus turning everything upside down within the temple. And they're looking at one another going, what in the world is going on with Jesus? You ever think that following Jesus leads you places where you don't feel comfortable? Catches you off guard? Following Jesus is going to be a life where it's not always what you plan on being. But when you're following Jesus, you're in good hands. You're in the right steps. But life isn't always going to be like it used to be, just like for these apostles. Maybe they thought they were just going to be a little bit more of whatever, but they're going to be in charge now and help straighten out this Jewish religion. It has nothing to do with any of that. It had everything to do with following Jesus and committed to him and having a purpose. Look at this new year and all the things you're planning on doing. You've got your calendar out and you've got some specific dates marked down. And there'll be other things that will be plugged in there that you have no idea are going to be coming up, but they're going to be thrown in there just the same. And as you're arranging your life and setting everything organized and how you would like it to come out, remember, there are going to be curveballs thrown in there that you can't imagine. It all comes back to how firmly are you holding to Jesus? How strong will you be when these things happen? How close are you walking behind him in your footsteps? Are you really committed? Do you understand you have a purpose and there's something to live for? Because those are the things that are going to take you to the end in following him. It'll make all the difference in the world when you get to the other side. 365 days ahead. You turn the page in just a day or two to January. Right up there, somewhere at the top. Called to be a disciple. I have a mission before me. I have a purpose. I need to hold fast. There are going to things that are going to come along as I plan my life. They're going to disarrange things. Following Jesus is all that matters. It's all that matters. And everything else can fall apart. And likely some of it will. But following Jesus will be all that matters. Close the lesson this morning with a question. Are you following Jesus? Are you really ready to walk away from everything and be his? Live with a purpose, committed to Jesus. Have you been baptized into Christ? And have you been walking with him after you've done that? There's some rearranging that needs to be done. There's space down front. We sing a song to encourage you. Look deeply at yourself. And if there's a change that needs to be made, do that while we stand.